So we have with us today Tyler and Erin. They have improved leaps and bounds over the last couple of years in doing CrossFit with us. And the reason I chose you two is because your coaches have been bragging to me about the amazing things that you guys have been up to. So what we'd like to do today is just kind of get to know you guys a little bit more. We intermingle a little bit on Saturdays with you guys, but you guys really have your set schedule and you're part of that, 6:45 fun crew / dinner crew / cocktail crew. So we asked you guys to come in today so we get to know you. So since we're doing this together, I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna have you guys both answer, and then I've got some individual fun ones for you guys. Okay. So, Erin, I'm going to ask you a dangerous question. How old are you?
33.
Okay. Tyler, same thing?
35.
Okay, so you're a little bit older. Where are you from originally?
We are both from Tucson.
Oh, okay, born, raised?
Born and raised, been here forever. Tyler is a third generation Tucsonian, and I'm a first.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the same high school? Or?
No. He went to the same school as my brother, ironically. So, same grade, knew each other, but... Yeah,
but you didn't, even give him a second glance at that time?
I wouldn't have even thought about,
Yeah,
So
you just weren't quite to her standard yet.
No.
So, have you guys ever moved out of and lived and then came back, or you just been here?
When I was 19, I moved to San Diego for 8 months, and then I came back.
Okay.
So other than that, we've been in Tucson forever, and I'm counting down the days until we can leave.
Where would you leave to?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. I would love Portland,
Okay.
but it's just dependent upon Tyler's job. He's an engineer, and he's very specific. So just
An
wherever,
engineer specific?
Well,
no
right?
way.
So just wherever Tyler can find a job is when we would leave.
Okay. So just roll the dice, pin a map, see what happens? That would be amazing.
There are certain areas, I would never want to move to the south, I don't want to move to the east, really it's just Northwest.
Okay,
Northwest,
so somewhere
or
on this side.
Anywhere out of the country. Anywhere in Europe, Australia, anywhere out of the country I'd go.
Okay. So we just talked about your profession being an engineer. And then Erin, what do you do?
We are so boring. So I'm in accounting.
Yeah.
So
numbers are exciting, you both have numbers.
Okay, so I just sit at my desk all day and just crunch my little numbers, and then that's why I enjoy coming here, because that's how I get to move around and get out my frustration.
Give you more numbers.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Do a little math and add up your rounds for me. So, did you always want to be an accountant, or did you have some bigger, better idea?
No, I went to college. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I graduated with a degree in public management. Still didn't really know what I wanted to do. Kind of got into the world of accounting. It just worked out that I liked it. My company that I'm with sent me back to school, and so it just kind of all fell into place and worked out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
And you, always an engineer? What was your
yeah, I've changed my discipline. When I started school, I was studying computer science or computer engineering, and then it went into mechanical engineering, engineering management. Now I have a master's in systems engineering.
Okay.
But yeah, I've always tinkered with things and wanted to put things together and take things apart and make them faster.
This personality could not be anything other than an engineer.
My brother is the same. My brother is a computer engineer. And over the years, so I love people. I love to figure out people. And you are just such a truthful human. You just say it as it is. Sometimes it comes off a little on the raw side, but then you get to see the Carebears side of Tyler. And it's the warm and it's the sweet side of you. And I can imagine that's, what Erin fell in love with. But you're so almost dressed right dress, which is the military. But you've just always been that way, and you don't deviate. There's no fake Tyler. You're gonna if he's in a bad mood, Carebears in a bad freaking mood. If he is not, well, then you're not.
Yeah.
And it's just always refreshing, because we just know what you're gonna get when you come in, either good or bad. There's never really in between. I've never seen in between. So, when you were a little boy, what was the one thing that you took apart that you might have gotten in trouble for? Is there anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He is his father.
Okay.
So his father, Malin, when I see Malin, I'm like, oh, that's Tyler in 30 years. So
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. It's yeah, it's just based upon your interpretation. But I can't imagine that Malin would have gotten upset if Tyler was tinkering with stuff, because Malin was probably tinkering with stuff.
Okay.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I would just make messes, right? I'd play with Legos and there would just be Legos everywhere instead of in a confined area.
Yeah, so you always had something build or something kind of going on. Very similar to my brother. He's really hard to kind of talk to socially. He's just kind of dry. And nothing really ever seems to bother him, but he would just take crap apart, see how it, and then put it back together. And I remember he got in big trouble because he did it to my mom's microwave. And this is like in the early 90s, you know. Yeah, her microwave stopped working. She took it out, she put it on the back porch, she went and got another one. And he asked, can I take that apart? And my mom's like, absolutely not. That's not something you take apart. And so him being him, he just did it anyways. Took it apart, fixed it, put it back together and gave it to her. It worked for like another year. But my mom was definitely into her way or the highway. So even though he did that for her, she was in big trouble. So, all right, so let's get into some fun. I'm gonna have you both answer this and we'll see where it goes. Would you sing at a karaoke night, and would you do it sober or would you have to be drunk? And then what would you sing?
I would never sing karaoke ever, just for other people's ears' sake.
Even if you weren't like in your right frame of mind, you had one too many tequilas?
Well, I mean, I hold my tequila pretty well. I don't think I could get drunk enough to where I didn't pass out, to where like I was still like, oh, I can sit. No, like, no.
So there's not even a song that you would even?
No.
Okay, what about you, Tyler?
I think I've done it. I can't remember what songs I've done, but they're generally not karaoke songs. They're
Okay.
more heavy metal and like nobody karaoke's to that.
So-
But it's just
But you're just randomly singing in a bar, heavy metal.
probably, yeah.
Not your toothbrush song?
No, I would never sing. You only get that here.
I know. Actually, I can't figure out where it went to.
Thank God.
I know. I've been trying to find it. All right. Better serious question. Pineapple on a pizza. Yay or nay?
Yes. Absolutely. Pineapple and onion. Yes.
You can take it up a notch. I think Sauce has like a cantaloupe pizza. That's kind of interesting too. Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know about that. Now, grilled pineapple. Absolutely yes, but not on my pizza.
I hate pineapple, like fresh pineapple, hate it.
Oh, really?
If it's on pizza or grilled, like on a burger, love it.
Huh. Is it like too sweet?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just, I like something about the taste change.
The
and so when it's
caramelization of the
cooked,
sugar or
yeah,
whatever?
when it's like cooked or grilled, it's so much better.
Okay. So let's get into, I guess, more why we're here. What did you think after your first CrossFit workout?
I regretted my life decisions.
Okay. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was terrible. That's what it was. All I remember, it was rowing. And I think it was a bunch of stuff. And then at the end, it was like 7 rounds of 1-minute rows. And each round, the goal was to get more meters than the last round.
Yeah, that would suck.
And it was terrible. I'd never rowed before. Thought I was going to throw up. I have not thrown up yet.
Oh yeah,
but I thought I was going to. So I remember at the end of the workout, I went out to my car. I just put the AC on all the way, put my seat back, laid down, and people like walked by, and somebody made a comment to Rye, who's the reason that we started here, of like, was she okay? Like she was just in her car. So I was fine, but it was terrible.
All right. Do you remember yours?
So I don't know. So I did I lost a lot of weight overseas.
Right.
And so when I did that, I went through certain regimens, and some of them was more CrossFit like. So I did 300 was one of the things I did frequently.
Right, because you had done CrossFit before.
Kind of, right?
Ish.
That's how I kind of got the
Yeah.
influence of some of the people that I would work out with over there would do CrossFit type things. And so I was used to some of the movements, I was used to some of the cadence. And so some days I would push myself harder and know that impact and know my limits. And then came back, stayed out of CrossFit for a while. I remember the first CrossFit in the States, I did like a turkey trot or a turkey wad with Rye at a different gym.
Was at East.
Yeah. And it was awful. Just because Rye was pushing me and the gym was pushing me, and it was a bunch of head below my waist movements. And so it made me nauseous, not necessarily from everything, but that particular aspect. And so yeah, I remember going and yakking in the desert afterwards. But then when we came here, I was kind of back into it, and I think I knew how to pace myself, and it's been relatively reasonable here ever since. I can't remember the first workout here. It's like a week after your first workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also helps definitely, I think, when you have the support of your wife in here. She is competitive, and she does push you, and she calls you out. We've all been there, listening to it.
This morning.
I don't know about that. I wasn't paying attention, but I think that is just that sometimes a little bit of the icing to go in and do something and be able to carry that conversation. I mean, it gives you both something else that you can explore with and push each other and congratulate each other and talk each other out of going or not going, or
That definitely happens.
talk each other into going.
Yeah, that definitely
you know?
happens. Like Tyler will stay late at work and I am just exhausted, and so he's not going to make it. So I'm like, oh, I'll stay home and support you. Like, we don't need to go. Or there's nights where it's the complete opposite. I don't want to go, or he doesn't want to, and it's like, no, we're going. And
We're
so the
gonna
other one,
get this done.
Yeah, but we've definitely noticed that aspect just in all of our lives, like at home, just with our eating, like trying to eat clean. If I'm not doing something, Tyler's more inclined to not do it, and vice versa. Like if he's just eating chips and pizza every day, chances are I'm going to eat chips and pizza. So we've really gotten on the same page just in regards to our regimen with food and working out. So it's definitely helpful to have that support. And a lot of people don't have that, and that's true. Hard on your own. Like it's really hard on your own.
Yeah, and just to be able to stick and be true when you don't have somebody,
right?
It's, I think, 10 times.
Yeah, if you're not accountable to anybody, it's so easy to just do whatever you want because who cares? Nobody's checking on you.
Yeah, and it's also less guilty when your husband comes home with a half pint of Cherry Jubilee for you and one for him. You could feel less guilty when you devour the entire thing.
Yeah, I like that you went with half a pint.
That's what it was. He doesn't bring me the whole one. So why did you get into CrossFit? I know Rye was talking with you guys, but what?
So we got married in April of 15, and I think we just went through that normal like early marriage phase where you got married and you're happy and you're comfortable and you eat out all the time and you're always going out and you're just you're in love and you're just relaxing and you get lazy and so I can't remember what like the breaking point was, but I think eventually I just said, I'm gonna go do it. I had been part of like an LA Fitness or a Platinum Fitness, and like I just don't do well with them. I need the direction, the structure. So here it's nice that you just come in and you have your class and you have your exact time and you know what you're doing and somebody's telling you what you're doing. You're not just on your own.
And you have the friends.
Yeah, and you have your people. Like you get your little group every night. And so I don't remember what the breaking point was. I think something just eventually just clicked, and we just realized that we needed to get our asses in gear. And then I made Tyler start with me because I didn't want to do it on my own. So.
Yeah, because I think you were like I don't even think it was a full week that you guys were.
It probably came out on Saturday or something.
Yeah, I think it was pretty darn close. So, background as far as fitness, I know what you did. You played basketball.
Yeah, when I was younger. I think I stopped like early high school.
Okay.
Probably like right when I got into high school, I stopped. So mostly until then, I played basketball, but after that, really nothing. Just I was more interested in like the social aspect of high school and just doing whatever I wanted and like who cares. So I didn't really do anything until I started here again. And obviously I tried those little stints of like LA Fitness or just doing stuff on my own and just didn't stick with anything.
No,
yeah.
You need a group social.
Yeah, and I know my limits now and what I need. So this is a good setting.
Yeah, and Tyler? Did you do sports prior to?
So, I mean, as a kid, I was relatively like a big kid. I would play at recess, and then I got into Little League and volleyball and Boy Scouts and went hiking, and I was in the marching band in high school and just general activities.
What instrument did you play?
I played clarinet.
I never made it to the marching band. I was in band in middle school. I played the flute, but marching bands are nerds.
And then in college, just infrequent intramural stuff. And so through college and through working, kind of just got sedentary and being an engineer sitting at a computer all day.
Right.
Gained some weight. And then when I went overseas, I made a challenge to myself to lose some weight.
Right.
And so
How long
then
were you overseas for?
15 months.
Were you guys married at the time? Oh,
No, I met him a couple, like maybe 7 or 8 months after he got back.
Oh, okay, okay. And then rock climbing. So I know you rock climb. So when did you?
Afterwards. So I was trying to find things. I don't enjoy the gym very much, and so I had like a garage home gym. And so I would do stuff from time to time, but I wanted to utilize my fitness to do activities. So yeah, I got into rock climbing, enjoy that, and yeah, things like that, hiking and rock climbing, and then kind of got out of that a little bit and wasn't really getting the impact or wasn't dieting very well, and so the CrossFit was how we got back into that.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that, you know, CrossFit is not meant to be your sport, or at least everybody's sport. You know, one of the things that we want to encourage is you guys to go out and do things outside of. It makes you, you know, happier, makes you more well-rounded. I know you've picked up running-ish. Yeah, I still haven't figured that out.
Define picked up, but.
Well, you run more than I do.
Yes.
I don't like running. I have a bike, so I will, yeah. And I would rather run than go get on the rower, personally.
Yes.
But I know that there's definitely benefits to both, but I would not go run. My siblings and my dad, all runners. They love it.
I wish
Can't
I was
stand
a
it.
runner. Like, I'm just not naturally a runner. My breathing is screwed up. I just don't have good endurance. I want to run, but I find that I only run if I have something that I'm working towards. So like last year there was a hot chocolate run up in Phoenix. It was a 15K, which is like 9.3 miles. And so for a month I was working towards that. Well, that ended, so the running has kind of ended.
Yeah.
But it's coming up again in December, so we'll
are you
see.
gonna do it again?
Well, we'll see. I have not run since the last one, so we'll see.
But you'll be surprised that even though you haven't, gone out running, you still got that cardio, you still got that endurance thing happening. I bet you would surprise yourself.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
you
sure
really,
I can
really
do
would.
it. I just,
Yeah.
I would not want to do it if I can't beat my time, or at least meet my time from last year. So I would just really need to get my crap together
Sounds like
pretty
you need
soon.
another running challenge.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
there's one in
something.
December, and that's clearly not motivating me. So,
Since coming to Factotum, what results have you seen in yourself? I mean, I see what physically has changed in the both of you.
Yeah.
I mean, your wife's shoulders and traps are beautiful. I mean, yes. Louder.
Yes.
Yes, they are. So I can see like the physical change, but what have you guys noticed about yourself, as far as like physical, but maybe even a little bit deeper? It's like your connection, your mental state, anything like that. Has any of that stuff improved for you?
definitely mentally. Like, I get so frustrated at work. And so just coming here is like my relief that like I just emotionally and physically just feel better when I leave here. And I don't know if this is me being part of the cult now, but like I feel bad when I don't come. Like if we don't come for a couple days at a time, like I kind of feel guilty, and I'm like, I emotionally just feel like crap. Like I need to get back into it. And definitely that kind of structure. Like I am a huge procrastinator. I will just put stuff off whenever I can. If I can find any excuse to get out of something, I generally will. And that's how it was here in the beginning. It was like pushing myself to get here even 2 to 3 days a week. And now it's like 4 to 5 to 6 sometimes. So definitely just teaching me that structure of, no, this is what I've got to do for myself, and then just sticking to it.
Yeah, obviously you deserve to better your body.
Yeah.
And if it makes you feel good, then yeah, you can get addicted to that. It's
Yeah.
those endorphins, and it's kind of nice to just shut the door and the world stays there, and the hour and the movie's done. And you
Yeah,
get to be
I complain the
social and-
entire time that I'm here, but when I leave, I'm like, oh, I'm really glad we went.
Well,
So,
good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what though? It's like, like you said, you're used to your crew,
Yeah.
you know, and your friends, and, you know, everybody just tolerates and loves everybody else in here. So you know that you can actually be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, Andrea is 100% herself in here.
She absolutely is.
Yeah, and that, you know, is just respect. Like I said, that's one thing with Tyler I can respect, is that he's just Tyler.
Yeah.
There's no showboating, there's no, you know, front that he's trying to impress anybody other than maybe you. Maybe me. Yeah,
Probably
okay.
more so you.
Yeah. So what about you? What do you think?
What do I say? So obviously prior to coming I had some massive results, and so I've been trying to maintain that, and I think I had some slips. That was one of the impetuses for me to come back, and so I've made that back and made a little bit more progress slipping again lately, but I think I needed a break from very strict dieting and everything.
Absolutely.
The most notable thing that I noticed was when I was rock climbing, I took a break, and so they're rated. And so I was trying to climb and trying to break into the 9s. I was stuck in the 8s. And I have an occasional 9, and it wasn't very good. Took like a 4 or 5 month break from climbing, spent more time here, and then went back and I was in 10s. So I pretty much literally leaped above where my block was, and now it's massive.
So your strength, like,
Yep.
really, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Why didn't you share that with me forever ago?
Pretty sure
that
I
would have
did.
been cool.
I'm sure I shared that with you.
Oh, my brain, you never know. You never.
We also haven't been rock climbing in a very long time
Yeah.
because of his shoulder.
Right.
So.
Right.
And so that was a measurable thing that I could really say. And yeah, it's just part of our lives now, right? It's not just, oh, I got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's, oh, I'm going to the gym. And so it helps me balance my work life with, I have a hard stop at 6 so that I can get over here in time, and sometimes I'm still late, but it helps me. Otherwise I would just keep going, right? And I'd be spending all those late nights at work, and I've been trying to get in early, but still having that hard stop gives me that balance to make the break, come over here, do something physical for the day.
Yeah, because on days that we know we're not going to the gym, just for whatever reason, you always say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave by this time, and then 45 minutes later, I'm calling him, hey, are you on your way home? Oh no, I'm still at work.
Right.
Okay, I'll
So
find
now
my own
your
dinner.
hard stop is to go home and see your wife. And I cannot say anything about that stuff because I have been here and Jason has called me. I'm like, I'm leaving now. And then an hour and a half has gone by and he's calling me again. I'm like, I'm not gonna answer that.
Yeah,
I'm
well, if
going
it's
right
just
now.
something like, oh, I'm sitting at home waiting for you, but nothing's urgent, then he doesn't have any motivation to leave. But at least here, like you said, it creates that hard stop of I have to leave at 6, otherwise I'm not going to make it to class.
I'm not gonna get changed and whatever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite movement? I know what your least favorite are. Give me your
All
favorite.
of them?
No, there's one, and I know it. What is it?
You know what my favorite movement is?
I know what your not favorite movements are, but there's got to be one. Skipping.
Jazz hands.
Apparently my body mechanics are so comical that everyone else in the gym, no matter
Oh,
what I do.
absolutely. We're
Yeah.
a big family, and family shares.
I enjoy kettlebell swings.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
And unfortunately it's less satisfying because I really want to throw that sucker as far as I can.
You do.
I
know you
so
do.
it's practicing that restraint. In terms of barbells, one of the most satisfying things is a clean, like a snatch, right? Like getting all of those mechanics together and the timing. It's really magical to get that weight above your head, and if you do it wrong, it's like impossible. So sometimes I obviously can't snatch as much as I can clean, but when you hit that roadblock on a clean, it's pretty much your strength. But the snatch, it's all very timing and movement, and so I think the first time that I did that and I was able to make progress on that, it's very satisfying.
Yeah, so for me, like watching your progression in your squat has been outstanding.
Yeah.
Like just outstanding leaps and bounds, the overhead, getting you depth, working on the balance and those kind of things. It's just been incredible to watch. You know, and those things take time and they take patience, and you have just done that for yourself. So, all right, you're a little bit easier. I want to say double unders.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, part of it might just be because I'm getting better at them now.
Yes, you are.
So I hit my PR today of 30 unbroken. Before it was like 26 or 27. So double unders, I really enjoy handstands, which I hated in the beginning, just the being upside down.
You were dizzy.
I hated
yes.
it.
Yeah.
But I think what I hated is the donkey kick. Now that I can just kick up, I like the handstands.
Okay.
I don't think I'll ever have the balance to do handstand walks, but I like the handstand push-ups because I'm getting better.
Don't say never.
Well, we'll see.
Because our conversations in the beginning were always about your balance.
I know.
And so as you get stronger, you know, there's...
Yeah, we'll see. And then for barbells, probably just, I don't know. I like the clean.
I would say you're clean.
I like the clean.
Squatting though, man, yours got some squats happening.
So I really enjoyed the back squat, but we haven't done it in a while, and so I don't know if that was just I enjoyed it so much because it was one of the first ones that I did here and that I got better at, or I don't know. But I really enjoyed at one point the back squats, and now it's the cleans.
Yeah, we're right now working through that overhead.
Yeah.
And that one definitely is physically, but can be very mentally challenged. For myself, the first time I couldn't do one when I started CrossFit. My coach at the time gave me a PVC pipe. And I was just like, that was even hard.
Yeah.
And it was so humbling to just, it's just over my head. How can I not do this? I can squat, I can air squat. It's a PVC pipe. And just that mechanics and having all of that craziness align perfectly so that it happens.
Right.
You know, it just, myself. All right. This one is very specific for you.
Okay.
You cannot help until we give him a good chance. Okay. How many original Care Bears were there, and can you name them? Original. I'm not talking about any of the cousins or anything else.
The immediate snarky response is the I don't care stare.
I like that, but he is not one of them. But
But
you're kind of along the same feel-good lines. You know one.
yes, I'm familiar with Sunshine Bear.
Okay.
And there's the Rainbow Bear.
Why are you
and
so
the Heart
familiar
Bear,
with Sunshine Bear?
Because I am the Sunshine Bear.
You are the Sunshine Bear. So what is the opposite of sunshine? Would be,
Darkness, Moon Bear.
that would be grumpy. Kind of like, okay, let me help you out. So we have
So I
grumpy.
got hearts, rainbows.
Okay, so go back to heart. You could potentially have a very what heart?
This is a Care Bear question.
Well, it's the first part of his
Big
name.
heart, or-
He's two names. That particular Care Bear.
I watched Care Bears when I was a kid, like all the time.
Legit.
I literally don't remember
Any of them.
I know. As I was figuring this out, I'm like,
Warm heart or big heart or something?
close, tender.
Tender heart. There
We got
you go.
tender heart. So here we go. We have grumpy. Then we have wish bear, cheer bear, birthday bear, tender heart, fun shine bear, good luck bear,
Cloverleaf.
friend bear, bedtime bear, and love a lot.
So how many were there?
There's 10.
Okay, I guess it doesn't. So.
Yeah. You were close.
Yeah.
You got a few extra that you would
I can
probably
remember
illustrate in
the,
there.
There's no way I would have caught the names, but I remember the logo on their belly.
Yeah. All right, Ms. Erin, I have a good question for you. If money was not an object at all, like you had mounds and mounds of it, what would be the one thing you would buy for yourself?
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, and actually a second question just popped in my head.
Fabulous.
Anything.
I don't know. I don't know that I would want an object, like
Okay.
a physical object. I would literally just want to go travel everywhere. Like
Okay.
I don't think I would want one
So
thing.
you want memories?
I just want to go
Experiences.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That counts. Okay, here's my other question. So since we're traveling, if the world was coming to an end and somebody said to you, I'm going to give you an island, and on this island, you will perfectly be safe from all the destruction. You'll never go hungry. Food will come in abundance. So will water, shelter, everything. Would you take Tyler or the dogs?
Crap. Which dog?
Your
Have them all.
choice. All
Okay.
of them or just one of them?
Would the dogs live forever?
Yes, it's a magic island.
Okay.
Anything you want.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either Tyler forever or your puppies forever. And it could be just one. You can leave the other puppies with him. It just popped in my head. I got to know the answer.
Wow, that's somewhat morbid.
Yeah. Have you
Because
not
then
heard some of the
essentially-
answers that people have said to these things?
I mean, essentially, Tyler and the dogs that stay behind would die.
But you will be
because-
in Magic Land, so you won't care.
I think I would have to take Tyler.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that answer.
I know,
Thank
I
you
wasn't
very much.
either.
I feel like that's staged
Well,
to make me feel good today.
I
You
don't
know
want
what,
the
though?
people-
I think, yes.
I don't want the people to think I'm a monster.
Nah, I think she'd actually take you. And like shove one of the dogs in a suitcase and try and get away with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. And I'm going to ask you guys to answer separately. You guys can decide who wants to go first. But if you were to give some advice to a newbie that was either already in CrossFit or thinking about joining, what is something that you could give them advice on to help them?
So it is so intimidating to first start. Even if you've kind of been in CrossFit and you're just coming to a new gym or you've never done it before, it is so intimidating. But every single person that I've met here, and this is the only box that I've belonged to, but even like when we were in Australia and we found another box, like everyone that I've interacted with is so helpful and so nice and so encouraging. So just if you come in and you can't do a lot of the movements, you have to skip, who cares? Like just do them the best you can. Who cares? Like you will eventually work your way up. Just keep moving and trying it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sergeant?
The advice that I give people for health in general is that it is a time commitment. So you have a number of hours in the day, and if it's something that's important to you, you have to invest a certain amount of time. And so I recommend starting with an amount of time that you can invest and stick with it. So whether it's 15 minutes a day and you can take a walk, and then as you're able to, based upon your schedule or everything, invest more time that you're comfortable with. I think an hour a day or several hours a week is reasonable. And then in that time period that you're able to invest, and once you get on that schedule, start pushing yourself to the limit that you're able. But always push yourself to the limit. And your limit will grow with your ability. Don't necessarily try and push past your limit anytime.
Yeah.
Just stick with that time commitment on a regular basis and continue to